Conquering exams, ace your next test. Hey Brainflossers! Feeling the exam pressure rising like a tidal wave? Textbooks overflowing, to-do lists longer than your arm, and that constant nagging voice saying, how will I ever remember all this? Been there, done that, got the stress wrinkles to prove it. But fear not, fellow students. Today, we're here to transform you from stressed-out survivors to exam-crushing ninjas. Be ready, because we're about to equip you with the ultimate study strategies. By the end of this video, you'll be a master of knowledge, ready to dominate your next test and leave those pesky exams in the dust. Chapter 2, Scheduling to Avoid Cramming. Let's face it, cramming the night before is like trying to win a marathon by chugging a Red Bull right before the starting line. You're tired, stressed, and the information just bounces off your brain like a super ball. Imagine cramming for a hike, not gonna work, right? Exams are marathons for your mind, so we need a long-term training plan. Here's the secret weapon, spaced repetition. Think of the material as a mountain you need to climb. Break it down into manageable sections, like chapters or specific topics. These are your base camps. Grab your calendar and schedule study expeditions throughout the week, revisiting each base camp regularly. This way, the information will stick with you much better, and you won't feel overwhelmed on exam day. Chapter 3, Active Learning Techniques. Ditch the highlighting. We've all been there, highlighter in hand, diligently coloring every important phrase like a coloring book gone wild. But here's the truth bomb, highlighting is a passive activity. Your brain is basically on standby, and chances are you won't remember much later. It's like watching a workout video instead of actually doing the exercises. Let's get your brain firing on all cylinders. Instead of highlighting, rewrite your notes in your own words. Think of it like translating a foreign language. You have to truly understand the information to put it into your own terms. Imagine you're explaining the concept to a friend who has never heard of it before. This active process helps you connect the dots and solidify the information in your brain. Create flashcards, your secret weapon for conquering those pesky memorization challenges. Think of them like tiny knowledge grenades you can pull out anytime, anywhere. They're portable, perfect for quick study bursts on the bus, in line for lunch, or even while waiting for your coffee to brew. Plus, the act of creating them yourself is another form of active learning, forcing you to engage with the material on a deeper level. Don't be afraid to get creative with your flashcards. Use pictures, diagrams, funny mnemonics, anything that helps you remember the information. And remember, every little bit of studying counts. So whip out those flashcards whenever you have a spare moment. You might be surprised how much knowledge you can absorb in those short bursts. Chapter 4, Importance of Practice. Alright, imagine this, you're staring down an exam question, heart pounding, and your mind goes blank. It's like stepping onto a basketball court without ever practicing dribbling. Not exactly a recipe for success, right? That's where practice problems come in. They're like practice drills for your brain, helping you hone your knowledge and build exam confidence. Think of your textbook as a treasure trove of practice problems just waiting to be unearthed. Search online resources or educational websites for additional practice questions. Past exams, if your teacher provides them, can be goldmines for this too. The more you practice applying your knowledge in different scenarios, the more comfortable and prepared you'll feel on exam day. Chapter 5, Memory Boosting Strategies. Space repetition. Our brains are like muscles, they need consistent exercise to stay strong and retain information. Cramming everything in one night is like a one-time gym session. You might feel sore the next day, but the results won't last. Instead of cramming, revisit concepts over a few days or weeks. Imagine spaced-out reviews like watering a plant. A little bit of attention goes a long way. This spaced approach helps information move from your short-term memory to your long-term memory, making it easier to recall during the exam. So ditch the all-nighters and create a spaced repetition schedule that works for you. Teach it to learn it. Ever tried explaining a concept to a friend and realized you don't quite understand it yourself? There's a reason for that. Teaching something forces you to truly grasp the material on a deeper level. It's like trying to explain the rules of a new game to someone who's never played. You have to understand them inside and out to communicate them effectively. Grab a study buddy and test each other on key concepts. If you don't have a study buddy, don't worry. Explain the concept to your imaginary goldfish, explain it to the wall, explain it to yourself in the mirror, whatever works. The act of teaching, even if it's to an inanimate object, strengthens your own understanding. Chapter 6, Creating a Focused Study Environment. Alright, picture this, you're trying to focus on a complex equation, but your roommate's blasting music with lyrics about heartbreak, and your phone keeps buzzing with notifications about cat videos. Not exactly an environment conducive to academic success. That's why finding a focused study environment is crucial. The ideal study spot is a quiet haven free from distractions. Think libraries with hushed whispers and the gentle rustling of turning pages. Maybe your room works if you can create a quiet zone with noise-canceling headphones. Even a coffee shop can be a good option, but avoid the chatty tables near the entrance. Experiment and see what works best for you. Maybe you need complete silence, or perhaps some background music helps you focus on the task at hand. Chapter 7, Scheduling Breaks to Avoid Burnout. Let's be honest, staring at textbooks for hours on end can feel like watching paint dry. Your brain needs breaks to recharge and refocus, just like your phone needs to be plugged in to keep working. Here's the surprising thing, short breaks can actually improve your overall concentration. Schedule short breaks every 30 to 60 minutes. Set a timer on your phone. Get up, move around, grab a healthy snack, anything to refresh your mind and body. Think of it like hitting the refresh button on your brain. You'll come back to your studies feeling energized and ready to tackle more information. Chapter 8, Healthy Eating. You wouldn't try to run a marathon on a bag of chips and a sugary soda, right? The same goes for exams. Your brain needs fuel to function at its best. So ditch the junk food and sugary drinks that give you a quick burst of energy followed by a massive crash. Pack healthy snacks for exam day, nuts, fruits, whole grain crackers, to keep your brain energized throughout the test. Think of these snacks as brain power boosters. Chapter 9, Prioritize Sleep. It's like a magic potion for your brain. When you're sleep deprived, it's hard to focus, remember information, and think clearly. Imagine trying to solve a puzzle with blurry vision, not ideal. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep the night before your exam. A good night's sleep helps your brain consolidate memories, which means all that hard studying actually sticks. Plus, you'll feel more alert and energized during the exam, giving you the edge you need to ace those questions. Alright everyone, that's the breakdown. Remember, the key to exam success is consistency, active learning, taking care of yourself, and ditching the cramming. Create a study schedule that works for you, find the strategies that boost your memory, and don't be afraid to experiment. Like and subscribe for more study tips and student hacks. And remember, you've got this. With the right strategies in place, you'll be acing those exams in no time. Now go out there and conquer them like the exam-crushing ninjas you are. Until next time, keep learning.